What's up, y'all? Cam, that guy here, back once again with another YouTube video, man. So in today's YouTube video, I'm gonna be doing a YouTube video on my exposure to porn. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a video on my exposure to porn. So in other words, I'm gonna do a video on my child's porn exposure, how I came across child's porn, and porn in general. Uh, I will say I seen a post on Instagram about Pornhub. It gave me the idea to do this video today. So I want to do this video today, you know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because I come up with all my video ideas by myself. And I'm glad I seen this, you know what I'm saying? I was getting ready to do an advice video today. Nobody wanted to ask me for advice, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, man, let me just think of like what video can I do today? You know what I'm saying? And I seen this, I'm like, this is a good video for me to do. My exposure to child's porn, porn in general, all that shit in between. So let me go and get into it, right? So here we go. I'm gonna give my opinion on porn, about men and women doing it, OnlyFans. I'm gonna give my opinion on that today. So hear me out. So look, I want to talk about myself real quick. So growing up, you know what I'm saying, I was not surrounded. I grew up in a private school, right? I was in a private school and shit. And at this time, generally, like, I was kind of a little skeptical, a little nervous about talking to girls. And honestly, at this time, I just wasn't 100%, interested in girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I looked at girls as sort of like, you know what I'm saying? Just like a boy. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at girls, right? So I wasn't 100% interested in girls, you know what I'm saying? Back when I was 13, 12, 11, all that other shit, right? You know what I mean? But I first started getting into porn about around 6th, 7th grade. So around 11, 12 years old. That's when I first started watching porn. And you know what I'm saying? I want people to know this, man. Porn is fake. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know, like, not all porn is fake, but the if you go on Pornhub right now, you go to the main website, right? And you see, like, majority of that shit is fake. Like, it be scripted, it be plans. They got the cameras, they telling them what to do and what not to do, and all that other shit, right? I'm about to speak on OnlyFans. I'm about to speak on all this in entirety. I'm about to give my opinion on it, right? So when you go on Pornhub X videos, YouTube, whatever the case may be, right? Um, Porn is fake. Okay, I just want people to know that porn is fake. Okay. But there's some porn that is real. Okay, so in other words, homemade porn, right? So if you want to see some real porn, you need to type homemade porn. I'm just keeping it real with you, you know what I mean? But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying everything you see on Pornhub or X videos is fake. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? But what I'm saying is, like, if a porn video got millions of views, it's fake. You see what I'm saying? The less views a porn video got, the chances are it's more realistic. You see what I'm saying? That's just a little tip, you know what I mean? But you can tell generally if something is real or fake, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me let me help you out, you know what I'm saying? I need to talk about myself before I get into all that detail, but let me finish what I was saying. Like, you can just tell how they fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? But let me get into that later. Let me talk about myself real quick. So, like I said, I began watching porn around 10, 11, 12. I'm like, okay, I like this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Then I figure out, I could jack myself off, but when I was trying to jack off, right, nothing would come out. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to jack off, all that other stuff. Nothing would come out because my body wasn't ready to produce semen and wasn't ready to ejaculate. I was too young at the time, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I was jacking off. I was busting blanks. You know what I'm saying? So what that means is you feel like you get ready to orgasm, but nothing comes out. I bust the blank. You know what I'm saying? That's what ended up happening, right? That's what I was doing. As time went on, you know what I'm saying? I eventually had my first ejaculation. I remember it. You know what I'm saying? It was on a Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? The day after Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? It was when I was 14 years old. Once I jacked off, it was a lot that came out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my goodness, what the fuck? And it was a good feeling too. You know what I'm saying? It was a good feeling. I'm like, oh, this feels good as fuck. A lot came out. Shit got all over the place. I'm like, you know what? I need to do this again. And the more and more I did, the more and more I knew how to jack myself off. I could jack off like that. It was easy, right? But I want to talk about porn in this instance. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about me coming across porn, my experience with porn, what porn did to me, and then I'm gonna talk about, porn itself, other porn sites and websites and shit. So let me go and get into it. So, uh, porn, you know what I'm saying? Porn did nothing good to me. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be real with you. Like porn, okay, it released dopamine inside my brain, right? So if you don't know what dopamine is something that you get when you watch something pleasurable, right? You know what I'm saying? So if I watch something that it brings me excitement or joy, that means dopamine is getting released in your body, right? So if I watch a porn video, it's making me aroused or hard, that means I'm getting dopamine in me, right? Or for example, if I watch something, real exciting, right? Let's say I'm somebody that likes, I like to watch niggas fight or some shit, right? Dopamine is getting released in my body, right? So when you watch something that you like, dopamine gets released in you, right? So back when I was, watching this shit, yeah, it released a lot of dopamine in it. I like watching it. I was addicted to it, but it did not do nothing good for me. You see what I'm saying? It did not do nothing well for me. You see what I'm saying? Like I watched it and shit, but it wasn't doing nothing good for me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I mean? Like porn did nothing for me in life. I'm just keeping it real with you. Like porn did not do not much for me. You know what I'm saying? The only thing porn did for me was make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? That's all it did. You know what I mean? But other than that, it didn't really do a whole lot for me. Like it hurt me more than it helped me. Because when you see people on porn, they do not like how they fuck is like crime. You know what I'm saying? So how they fuck is like that like some porn videos I watch, like, let me see it. I mean, I watched a lot back then. You see what I'm saying? I'm not even in recent memory, 'cause I know y'all got those recorded. I'm talking about just like the ones back then, like back when I was 16, 15, 14, 13. I remember those shits. I'm not talking about recent ones back when I didn't know I was hot. I'm talking about like ones I way back then. Like I watched at least like so much different porn videos throughout my lifetime, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about recent memory when y'all, definitely got it was recorded and shit. I'm talking about the ones way back then when, niggas weren't too familiar with me, right? I watched a lot of porn videos throughout my life, right? And you know what I'm saying? Niggas just don't how they fuck is like not real life. You know what I'm saying? Like how they fuck is like they be riding the hell out of these girls, I'm telling them, just plowing them. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking fast as fuck. Fucking when they sucking dick, they throat fucking them or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Sticking the dick in their ass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Do all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want to say this real quick, man. I'm gonna say this to the men that's watching real quick. Not all girls like to be fucked hard and fast like that. I just want to go and say that. You know what I mean? And then not all girls like to be penetrated in the ass. There's some girls that say, no, I don't like that. But, nowadays girls, they do that shit. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And then, some girls, they don't like to be throat fucked. I mean, they might like to suck dick, but they don't like, what I'm saying, to have that shit deep in their throat. You know what I'm saying? And then, just down the third, you know what I'm saying? Some girls don't like, you know what I'm saying, when you eat pussy hard as fuck, when you lick it hard as fuck and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving pointers to guys that's watching and shit. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And then let me go and flip the script for the women that's watching this shit. Some guys, you know what I'm saying, don't like when, okay, let me see. Some guys, you know what I'm saying, don't like when you, like, ride the dick in the wrong way type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or some guys probably don't like, you know what I'm saying, the way you suck the dick. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, some guys don't like when you put your hand on the dick and suck it at the same time. So in other words, some guys don't like when you suck dick and jack off. You see what I'm saying? So I'm the type of guy, I do not like when a girl sucks my dick and jacks me off at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some guys like to get their dick sucked and jacked off at the same time. I don't like that. You know what I mean? So some guys don't like that, right? Some guys don't like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Some guys don't like, you know what I'm saying, if you ride a dick too fast, you know what I'm saying? So, or some, you know what I mean? Or some guys don't like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm kind of speaking of, I don't want to give too much of my personal business. I'm trying to see what other example I could use. Of course, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all that in between, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some guys, you know what I'm saying, don't like to, you know what I'm saying, fuck hard, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. Some guys don't like to be aggressive, you know what I'm saying, in the bed, you know what I mean, when a girl wants you to or something like that, you know what I'm saying. So you get what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying, the typical porn you see and how it looks the same in each and every video, that's fake. You see what I'm saying? You need to, like, if you want to watch some real porn, you need to look at some shit that don't got no views and that's like homemade type shit, like, you know what I mean, like shit that's like, you know, not like on the main homepage. That shit's fake and scripted, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially if it got cutscenes and shit, that shit's fake as fuck. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you need to, if you want, you know what I mean? So, you know, I just felt the need to go ahead and say that, you know what I mean? But I want to talk about me coming across porn and shit like that. So, how I came across child porn is very simple, you know what I'm saying? I was just, you know, doing what I do and shit, you know what I'm saying? I got linked to this website and I seen fucking kids and shit, you know what I'm saying? I seen fucking like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I tried to click on the video, I kept trying to click on it. It won't let me go to it and shit like that. The next thing you know, FBI sent me a message and they locked my tablet, you know what I'm saying? They locked it. You know what I'm saying? They sent me a message that was like, I can go to court or I gotta pay a fine or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay a fine or some shit, right? That's what they said or some shit, right? You know what I mean? I was like, well, I'm definitely not going to court, man. If I let my guardian know about this, you know what I mean? And I ain't got no money for this shit. So I threw that shit away, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, fuck that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just get a new one. That's what I ended up doing. I live happily ever after. But I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, I did also read that, you know, they scanned my face, you know what I'm saying, all this other shit in between and all that other shit. I know, like, if the FBI got information on me, like, I know they know me, like, I'm in their system. They know what the fuck I did, you know what I'm saying? They know they know what I watched, you know what I'm saying? They know, you know what I'm saying, I came across child's porn, they know I tried to watch it, like, they know, like, my heart was beating fast as fuck because everybody knows on this planet that child's porn, if you get linked to that shit, you will get years in prison. Like, everybody knows child porn is wrong. You see what I'm saying? Everybody knows, like, doing underage girl shit is wrong. Like, every man's worst nightmares get caught with child's porn. Like, that was me. Like, I was shaking. I was scared as fuck. I was thinking to myself, the SWAT team get ready to come to my house and kill me or some shit. That's what I was thinking. But thankfully, the FBI just sent me a little message or some shit. But everybody knows, like, do not watch child's porn and don't fuck on underage girls. Everybody knows that shit, right? That's why it's like, man, if I had a daughter, I gotta be protective over her so she don't get fucked by an overage man or just a boy her age in general. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Unless it's the right boy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like, you know, when you in that situation, you know what I'm saying, you just, you know, but yeah, that's what happened to me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I came across that shit and yeah, you know. Aside from that, you know what I'm saying, next I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, 'cause like I said, I don't like to make my videos too long, so I gotta kind of skip ahead. I want to talk about OnlyFans and other shit like that, right? Only other type of shit like that, right? I want to speak on like my opinion on that, right? So look, I feel like if a girl does OnlyFans, it's okay if she does it if she just posted her body or whatever. If you want to show off your body and this, that, and third, you could do that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to do something with your boyfriend or whatever, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm not for like all that scamming shit. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I mean? Using it the wrong way as far as like, you know, you doing like something that's illegal, or you're doing something you putting a bunch of different dudes on your OnlyFans, or wherever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's something, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a good way to make money and shit, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't something, you know what I mean, I don't find good. You know what I'm saying? But you can do it if you want to and shit like that. OnlyFans is something that is a complete waste of money in my part, unless you really try to look at a OnlyFans only works for celebrities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't work for people that are not known. You see what I'm saying? So it only works for if somebody really wants to view something that you got that you can't just release publicly. That's how OnlyFans work. It's for your OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for, right? It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's only gonna work for people that generally want to find or look at something private of you. But when you post, it just make it appropriate and make it cool for everybody. Don't try to do this or that. You know what I mean? Don't try to scam nobody. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? That's my opinion on OnlyFans. I ain't got a whole lot to talk about on there. And I definitely feel like no guy should have no OnlyFans. That should only be for women and shit, right? Um, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was talking earlier, you know what I'm saying? I feel I need to throw this in my video because I'm getting ready to end this video. I feel I need to throw this in my video, right? So I was talking yesterday, you know what I'm saying, about my kids, right? I have no kids, you know what I'm saying, but it would be nice if I had a son or a daughter. I would prefer a daughter over a son just because I've been treated bad by women my whole life and girls. I don't know. I feel the need. Like I feel like I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, I want to raise a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to show the world how a woman is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. I want to show the world like a woman with leadership is supposed to be, right? There's a lot of men that have been in this world that has already done good shit. You see what I'm saying? Like all the way back then and up until now. I want to like make a girl, a woman that's like going to be the beginning of that. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I was like, okay, if I have a daughter, I would name her Genesis because Genesis means the beginning. Or I would name her, well, first it will be Glamour, then it will be Genesis. But I was like, okay, if too much girls are named Glamour or for whatever reason I end up changing my mind for another circumstance, I would change Glamour to Genesis. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would end up doing. I would change Glamour to Genesis because I think I want my daughter. I don't want my daughter to want to be me. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like I want to make my daughter like the right girl. Like I don't want her to be like other women. You see what I'm saying? So in other words, I want her to be a leader. I want her to make her own decisions. I don't want her to think I'm controlling her life. But at the same time, am gonna be control over her life. You see what I'm saying? This, that, and the third, you know what I mean? And there's other alternative names, like, you know what I'm saying, that I would choose for my daughter. I got like a lot of names. I don't want to, I mean, I already named like three of them, you know what I'm saying? And one of my clips, you know what I'm saying, for the people that got my phone hacked, so they already know and shit. But it's like, yo, basically what I'm saying is, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to, this world has not had a woman with like true leadership. I feel like, I mean, there's lots of women that have came that did show leader that did do leadership things, but I feel like in a long time there hasn't been a woman like that. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. There's been a lot of men, there's been a lot of women like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like in recent memory, like I feel like in the 21st century, which is 2000 and up, there has not been a woman that has done like stuff back compared to the women in the 1900s, right? So, you know what I'm saying? So I feel as if I need to make that. You know what I'm saying? I need to, you know what I'm saying, do that. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. If I want somebody to continue my footsteps, I would rather it be my daughter that I made. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know what I'm saying, a man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of boys, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men and shit. You know what I mean? This, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, done stuff in the 2000s and 2010s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not, I'm trying to, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to show the world what a woman is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And whether, you know, she is going to going to copy me exactly or do her own thing, that's up for debate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know, what's going to happen and shit. And like I said, I'm not a controlling person. I will never control her. I'm going to let her do what she wants. But at the same time, you know, this is my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is who I live for at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I work for her really hard. Like I never worked for nobody before. What I mean by work, like I would like I do whatever she requests. Like I am her maid. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I mean I'm not like that to nobody. I never been that way to nobody. Like you know what I'm saying? Once I have a daughter, like I'm her maid to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna like, you know what I'm saying, like make her like think that shit is going, you know what I mean, this, that, and the third. But it's just like, you know, wherever she say go, you know what I'm saying? But not really, not literally, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Of course I gotta, you know, put her like she needs like, you know, good raising and punishment and good like know your place in life and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I mean? Like I want my daughter to have the best life possible. Yet, I'm gonna be really strict and firm to make sure she is different from everybody and has a good life. Like she gonna have all A's. All the boys is gonna want to talk to her, but they can't. You know what I'm saying? All the boys gonna lust for her and look at her, but they can't touch her. You know what I'm saying? They can't do nothing. Girls gonna be jealous of her. They're gonna be trying to make fun of her. They're gonna be trying to fight her and shit. Then when that happens, I gotta come to the school and murder everybody. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, but nah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's gonna end up happening and shit. You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. But nah, she gonna be going to college and shit. You know what I'm saying. She gonna have all degrees and shit. You know what I'm saying. She gonna have degrees. Uh, you know what I'm saying. Money and her own money. You know what I'm saying. She ain't gonna be finessing no nigga because she gonna have her own money on her own thing, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I want my daughter, you know what I'm saying, to be a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I want my daughter to be a YouTuber. I want my daughter to be kind of like, I don't want her to really get into social media, but if I could choose anything for my daughter to be, I would want her to be like a YouTuber type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like on that social media realm, but I don't want her like I don't know if she could handle the social media, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of mental work. I mean, if I can handle social media, she should handle it better than me. You know what I'm saying? Because by then, a lot of things might end up changing. They might come up with new ways to prevent other things from being seen and shit. I mean, I handle social media well. You know what I'm saying? I see some shit on social media. It's like, ugh, why did I see that? You know what I'm saying? But if I can handle it, she should do it 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? So if I did have a daughter, I would want her to be a YouTuber, but not a musician. She can't be no musician. I do not want my daughter to be a musician. You see what I'm saying? Just because of reason. She can't be no musician. I don't want her to get involved in that field. I do not want my daughter to be a rapper. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? She can't do that, right? You know what I mean? But she can be wherever she wants. You know what I'm saying? Whether she want to be a doctor, you know what I'm saying? A lawyer. You know what I mean? Whether she want to do this, that, or the third. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck she want to do, she can do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't make nobody do whatever, but that's what I would want. Now, if I had a son, you know what I'm saying? My son could be wherever the fuck. I'm gonna make sure my son have a good fucking life from the jump. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure, like, look, like, when I have a son and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like catering him to like birth. Like, I'm gonna make sure, like, he lit. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Like, I'm my son's maid too, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But my son probably gonna copy me and wanna be me and shit. So it's like, I ain't gonna really, you know what I'm saying? Whereas my daughter, I gotta make sure she not like other bitches. I gotta stay on top of her and shit. I gotta watch wherever she go on my phone and shit. I gotta have alerts on my phone and shit. Then I gotta beat bitches up that try to get near her and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just bad. You know what I'm saying? It's bad and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? It's bad. Like, I'll probably fuck around, go to prison for life if I get a daughter or some shit. Who fucking knows, man? You know what I'm saying? I might have to hire a hitman. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's the situation you're in. Where's my son? You know what I'm saying? I don't give no fucks, you know what I'm saying? As long as, you know, I mean, I know I'm a watch over him and shit, but it's like, you know, I know that, you know, I can't just, you know, be like a days ago. But at the same time, I want my son to be lit. Like, I want my son to have the best experience. Like, if he want to rap, make music, do that shit, and I'll feature with you and shit. I would love my son to be a musician. I do not want my daughter to be a musician. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between it, right? You know what I mean? So I just, you know what I'm saying, the stance, you know what I'm saying, I'm at, like, I would listen to my son's songs like crazy and shit, you know what I'm saying? As far as my daughter, I'll look at her videos like crazy, and if she want to make her OnlyFans and post naked pictures, I mean, I don't condone it, but she can do it. You know what I'm saying? No pornography, but if she just want to expose her body, I mean, even though it's not appropriate to do that, I mean, if you want to do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? As long as no porn on that shit. If you want to, post cute pictures or whatever with you in a bra, wherever the fuck, do it. You know what I'm saying? But as long as no pornography, I better see no dude on there. You know what I'm saying? No men allowed. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait until marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do and shit. You know what I mean? But of course, I'm gonna give her the opportunity to date. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give her the opportunity. Look, you get one chance in life. You know what I'm saying? To get your virginity till you get one dick. You know what I'm saying? Pick your man wisely, and when he leaves, it breaks your heart. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna wait till marriage. You're gonna listen to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what she gets, shit like that. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I think of the pornography stuff as a whole, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I look at pornography and shit, you know what I'm saying? I look at it as, you know what I'm saying? Some people can benefit off it. It can teach you how to have porn. It can teach you for sex. You learn how people fuck. You learn how girls react to certain positions and certain movements and shit. It can work well for you. Porn has not done nothing for me in life. You know what I'm saying? But it can work well for other people. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying porn is a liability, but porn has not done shit for me. You see what I'm saying? But it worked well for a lot of people. A lot of people like to watch it, perform it, be on exposing body and shit. You can do that. All that in between. You know what I'm saying? But I know me, you know what I'm saying? I don't find porn pleasurable anymore just because I'm too grown for that. I'm too mature. My phone is hacked. This, that, and a third, and I just don't like that shit. That's some shit I don't really content to. And, you think of, you know what I'm saying, all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, waiting for the right time. I'm getting ready to move out of this country and shit, so everything's getting ready to change for me and shit. So you just don't really never know and shit like that, but it's to be determined and shit. Hopefully I can move out of the country, you know what I'm saying? No guarantee, but hopefully, you know what I'm saying, if things go right and shit, you know what I mean? But like I said, porn is either a pro or a con to people. I don't look at porn as something beneficial. I mean, unless you like a rookie at sex, then porn is beneficial. But if you're not a rookie at sex, like if you're experienced at sex, porn is no point of watching it. At least you're just trying to get dopamine release. Or usually just trying to get a good feeling. I don't see the point of porn. You know what I'm saying? And I think porn should not be exposable to kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen this on Instagram that the porn's getting ready to do this age verification. Yes, like install that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you should not be having a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old girl watching porn, or a 10, 11, or an 8-year-old boy watching porn. Like that, you should have to be 13 and up to watch porn. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. If I was over Pornhub, I would make it 13 or over. Teenage years, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's when people start to lose their virginity and shit. Teenage years is when you get to watch porn, and how you verify it is with your state ID. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. State ID. People get IDs at like 5 years old, you see what I'm saying? So like, the only way you can watch porn, you have to get a state ID. You have to show your state ID and you take a picture of it. If you don't got no state ID, you can't watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do if I was over Pornhub. You know what I mean? But I'm not. You know what I'm saying? If I was over all the porn websites, that's what I would do. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, you know what I'm saying? That's about the end of this video. This video is about to get a little past, you know what I'm saying, how I like my videos. I like to keep my videos within 20, 30 minutes, sometimes 40. I do not want no 50 or hour minute video, you know what I'm saying? So this is about the end of this video, you know what I'm saying? I said enough. I hope y'all like this video and shit like that, you know what I mean? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to catch you on my next video, you know?